Vincent Company is washed. I'm only joking. But now I've got your attention. Burnley have had a terrible start to the season. With only one win to their name, and that being in the Cup, they are rock bottom of the Prem. All these obscure signings from Company haven't worked, and he has to find a way to improve it. As today, we're going to be doing Company's job. Just look at this team he has. Amdouni, Trezor, James Trafford, they're just not up to scratch yet. As today, we've made all the transfers necessary for Company, we've put them rock bottom of the Prem, and we have the mammoth job of actually trying to rebuild them outside of the window. As you can see, we've repeated some of the results. The only team that played in real life is Tottenham out of those, but we're on the 6th of September. That is today's date. And yes, we cannot make any signings. We've just got the squad that we've been given, and we've got to try and improve it. First thing that I'm going to do with this team is change the formation up to this. I'm going to try and stick with Amdouni up front, actually. But unfortunately for me, James Trafford's just not there yet, so I'm going to replace him with Murray. Charlie Taylor back in, Brownhill and Cullen in the midfield, and yeah, that's going to be our lineup. We have got a lot of young players still in these reserves as well, which may need some loan deals, the likes of Zauri, Bastian, Aldakil. And also, because we've got to get this right, I've gone ahead and got the scouts out. We've got an English, German, French, then we've got a Swedish, Norwegian, and, of course, Belgium scout. Got to keep up with the philosophy that signed so many of these players. And after trying to get this squad together off screen, we now go to the games. Luton Town have found themselves 3 points. They've signed Kemar Roof and Saeed, but will they actually get the better of us? No. We pick up a point. Company has a point. It's proved rather vital at the start. Aston Villa and Brighton are the teams struggling. They have their transfers made as well, so I can't believe that. I'm worried about Amdouni up front, but that is what we're going to go with. Will we be better off a couple of games in? And has the start of the season rectified itself? No, it hasn't. Only one win. Sheffield United in December are the only team that we've beat. Could it be a season back down to the Championship? Just look at the unhappy faces. We've 100% got to replace Amdouni now. We've been left with no chance. And as you can see right here, the press are onto Vincent. They know he's got to save his job, and the money that we have could do that. Welcome to the club. Patson Daka from relegated Leicester. In a surge to keep our downfall from spiraling, he comes through the door. He's cost 18.8 million, so it does save a little sum of money, but we're not going to spend it. We're just going to hope for survival. And Moon is replaced. And can Daka be that man? Oh, 6-1 defeat on the last day, though. That's bad for the goal difference, but we beat City, Liverpool, Fulham. Only 2 defeats, or 3, in our last 2 months. And you know what that probably meant? We did survive. 38 points. We were 8 points clear of relegation, picking up 11 wins. Somehow, Burnley survived. After having European football thrown round, even just pushing top half, the team really didn't perform to that level, but we've done really brilliant. Next season, we've got to make sure it doesn't keep going on a downward spiral. We need centre-halves. We need probably an out-and-out attacker instead of Daka. And we just need to improve this team and all its youngsters. American owner Alan Pace, however, this second season has decided we need to reduce some player wages. 130 grand a week. How do we decrease that at Burnley? I want to be able to spend the 30 million that we do have to go out and buy players with. Then again, we do have a lot of players at this club, so maybe it's reasonable in asking us to offload a few. So despite Alan Pace's really strict budgeting, I can't stop from signing players. The first one being Jordan Bayer, who was on loan last year. He won't be the only centre-back though, with Zeno Dibas joining him from Anderlecht. And this may please you, Mr. Chairman. We've sold Sander Berge. Todd Bowley's got his wallet out. It adds in revenue, but revenue I'd rather not have than a decent player. And apart from them signings, there's nothing else going on. Nothing to shout about. Just got to move on to Fulham as our first game, and we cannot afford to start as bad as we did last year. Please, lads. Please, we do have a better team this year out. Juan me. This form in fact looks very similar to what we had last year, so deadline day's got to work wonders. And it may do as well here with the player that we're sitting in the office with. Welcome to the club, Tariq Lamptey. He's cost 18.5 million, meeting up with the teammates ahead of a huge season for him at right wing back. So happy to have his pace in this team, and could we make another deal happen on deadline day? Yes, we can get another player through the door. Welcome from the same club, Billy Gilmour as our backup midfielder. Hey, and the team has improved, you know. I mean, Gilmour's already unhappy, oh dear. But rating wise, Trezor and Patson Daka are carrying this squad. Company has some breathing room this year, being 14th in the Premier League, but still too close to Brentford. We're still in the cups, and we've still got 6 million, which to be fair, isn't really much, as we're definitely not hitting our financial aims. Sorry, Alan Pace, but we are not going to be doing what we're told. We've even got players asking to leave like Anna Zauri and Billy Gilmour himself. And very late into this window, we've actually lost Manuel Benson. Not nice to see, but we've got to accept offers higher, and that is Atalanta. And it gives us money for deadline day. Company loving a last day deal, and this one is in the form of a left back, Luke Thomas. And this is a good finish. A very good finish. 10th in the league is an improvement. I don't think we get any Continental at all, despite Brentford winning the FA Cup, Man United winning the Carabao. These first two seasons have been alright, but we need to make improvements. Muric is injured, but we need midfielders now. Goal scoring wise, we've got Mike Trezor and we've got Patson Daka, so we should be fine for just a little bit longer. How do we genuinely build on from that? With only 29 million, the chairman really needs to get his credit card out. We know you have that money, especially when you're expecting us in the Europa League, and we came so close with the reducing wages. Come on, just give us the 100%, come on. We know that we're good enough squad rating wise now. We've got Tariq Lamptey joining the 80 club. He's definitely got to be a midfielder to join Josh Cullen, who may last a little bit longer. More good news as well is the Zauri is still on the transfer request height, but we have Adobe returning soon and Luka Warwick Cusciello, or Koliosho. You know what I'm trying to say. So with our 20 odd million, we've kind of made a little bit more. We've sold likes of Charlie Taylor, etc. But the first player we bring in is that central midfielder in Fabrizio Diaz, the Uruguayan. Yes, it is the same rating as Brownhill, but I tell you what, Diaz, for what he is, for 21-year-old, will be our future. 100%, especially if bloody Gilmour still wants out. And it still leaves us with 20 big ones. And Anis Zauri has actually left the day before our first game. Brilliant from him. Leaves us in the mud for Liverpool. He will get a replacement in, and oh my days, we beat them! Daka hat-trick! Take Dak. It has gave Tariq Lamptey a 3-month injury, however, which isn't a good sign. But still, not to worry about injuries when we've got our new man walking through the door, Noah Lang. A very decent player that Company will have watched in the Dutch League, and he gives us a very strong trio up front. And our new attacking trio certainly has us sat in good stead. 6th in the Premier League, and I am smelling European football. One thing I haven't done in a while is check the cups as well, as we were out of the Carabao very early on to Manchester United. The FA Cup will come up soon, but this team, I'm loving how it looks. The front three are just literally unstoppable, and the defence, we could do with some centre-halves, but we have no money. Or do we? 10 million? It would require someone leaving. Zibast has actually reached a 75 overall. It's been a while, but that's good for him. And despite not spending our 10 million, we do have Adobe returning from a loan. That's alongside Grimsby ex-player Lewis Richardson and Ramsey. And Company was expected Europa League, and my God, has he delivered! 17 wins, the same as Spurs. It was the defeats that stopped us from going higher up, but I will take that. Did we do well in the FA Cup? No, Spurs actually won that. Still, I am very happy with how this team's done. Diaz, why are you not happy, mate? You're literally getting played. Now that I think of it, there's a lot of unhappy faces here at Burnley. We've got to turn Turf Moor into a European fortress and turn heads into happy heads. Money, money, money. I mean, 35 million. I'm actually celebrating that because that is the most that we've had in a while. What am I seeing? Why am I seeing win the Premier League title as an objective? We've got 7 players over the rating of 80. Are you sure about that? We also have to shout out Leon Kemp, who's a youth player that we've got now, who's been on loan ages. Now that we're actually a couple of seasons in, he's finished his loan deals and he looks a real deal. And it was fun while it lasted, but as you can see, Noah Lang is in a PSG kit. They spent 54 million on the man and it's broken up our trio. It has given us enough money, however, to sign Arthur Theatre from Stade de Reims. My mistake, Stade Renier, and he's a Belgium centre-half just like Company. And 2 more players, including a centre-half in Robin Koch from Everton. And that is followed up by the new replacement winger, Vargas, the Swiss man. Ruben Vargas, that is, like a little Swiss army knife. He's going to cut through defences. So once more, Company is in the hot seat, expecting to win the title with that team we've just built. If this team wins the Premier League, I'll do a Lincoln City rebuild. It starts with Bournemouth, and to be fair, it'll be a difficult game, but we do get across the line. Diaz. Oh, my second after 2 games. Maybe that claim I'll have to retract. Lincoln City save I really don't want to do, but can we do well with Burnley here? I have never seen my team do as badly as they are expected objective-wise and being as happy. We're not winning this league. It's a shame for, of course, Mr. Pace, as are we keeping pace in the Europa League? Yes, we are. We had a group with Fenerbahce, Lech Poznan and Hearts, and we have stormed it. I absolutely love to see that, and I love to see the rating of Trezor and Daka. They have just been absolute world beaters still, and the only really unhappy player is Delcroix on the bench. He can still get replaced by Debast anyway. Oh, and a nice thing to keep his eye on here is a semi-final in the Carabao Cup. We'll need an energy drink to get past Tottenham. And I'm sorry, but what? Leon Kemp has come out of nowhere to blow my socks off. Literally, he was 74 rated as a CDM. And now he's 84 as a centre mid. This team can win the Europa League. It can, because we've still got money in the bank. We can still sell the likes of Gilmore and Brownhill, as we have 28 million. And we've got some originals leaving here, like Darragh O'Shea, to actually make the money up. It in fact isn't Gilmore leaving. Actually, he still may leave Gilmore. But we've got the pulling power of some teams outside of the Europa League this season, including Stade Renier. We're going back for Cesar Montes. Welcome to the club, my old friend. This team's been improved not only by his signature but from Kemp. Unbelievable. And that's right, the team that we faced in the Carabao Cup semi-finals, Tottenham, are the semi-finalists of the Europa League we faced. That was a mouthful. But this is a way through to the Champions League, as we all know. Daka, we've got a better trio. No, Noah Lang is gone, but only a draw in the first game. Speaking of the Carabao Cup, did we beat them? Yes, we did. We won the whole competition. That has me up for it, but still we've got to go to the new stadium with Ange Ball in full play. Doesn't matter. Trezor to the final. It shall be Ajax that we face at the Mercedes-Benz Arena. Some nice cars there. Oh, Theatre is suspended. Still, we've got to trust whoever steps into that position as we still win the game. Bergwijn, the ex-Tottenham player, doesn't matter. Our wingers have won Burnley, the Europa League. Get in there. For a club that really underperformed in the league, as can be seen, we will be in the top competition in football. Get in. Come on. Come on. Is this team that we have Champions League quality? I'll answer that question for you. It's not, and we've only got 34 million after contracts. Come on. Do the board even know that we're in a huge competition? We're gonna have to sell players, so first one out the door's Billy Gilmore, of course. And this isn't what Champions League clubs do. We're selling Robert Koch as well. So Champions League quality, what springs to mind? Messi? Ronaldo? No, it isn't. It's Ezri Konza. Strengthen up from the back and you will be rewarded, my thinking goes. But also goalkeepers. A new number 1 in Dominik Livkovic. He's even got the captain's armband, as he is experienced in the Champions League with Dynamo Zagreb. There's one team for sure he hasn't got experience against, though, and that is Man City here. That was a loss in the Super Cup, but we do have a localish derby with United to start the season. Konza's already got injured, but do we win this one? Yes, we do. Ten Hag's best friend Jadon Sancho missing a penalty, and then 3 goals from our lads. And our final signing, you'll see him right there, is one of Company's old friends. A player that he was with at City. It is, of course, the experienced Ilkay Gundogan here for Burnley's Champions League campaign. Speaking of, it commences with Porto as we have Atalanta and Kiev alongside them to beat. I don't know just yet how it's going in that competition, but in the Premier League, spot on. We're not going to win it. We're not going to get second, but we might get third. As for the Champions League, topped that group, lads, even with 2 defeats, which will see us play Jordan Bayer's ex-club in Borussia Mönchengladbach. Some teams there that we can definitely beat if we draw them. I may go without saying, but no signings to be made. We're straight into Gladbach. Konza is back, and we are only drawing the game. If this is a shock at Turf Moor as well, it will go down horrifically, and we'd surely lose players for next season. Oh, and penalties. Thank you, Brun Larsen. Please give us an easy team as well, because we dropped out of the top 4. We're not going to make Champs Leagues next year. And this doesn't happen very often, but one Borussia after the other. Dortmund with Tammy Abraham, so difficult. Very good squad, but we've beaten them away. Just got to repeat that or go better with one defender suspended for this next leg. A smashing, and Burnley are in a Champions League semi-final. And well done to Benfica, but it's just the Germans we get in. No confidence in this one. They do have Kane, of course. Didn't matter what happened in the second leg. We still lost it. But it didn't matter. Congratulations to Bayern as well, who did win the whole thing. Benfica made the final, as I'm still content, because we did finish second after a little bit of a slip-off. So we have another season to go, and a couple of seasons ago we looked at this squad and said it wasn't Champions League final worthy. This year, that is. Unless we lose players, that can reach a final. It definitely can when it's accompanied by 109 million. So spend it we shall on some backup players. The first one you might not be able to tell, but that is Emiliano Buendia joining as a backup winger. He has cost 18.2 million. Shrewd signing. He's joined by a backup striker in, of course, a very speedy one. The big man, Daniel Malen, who isn't big after all. But he's going to be on the bench to just use that pace. 2 brilliant signings right there to back up our squad. However, it hasn't even popped up in transfers because it's that extraordinary that it's even happened. Leon Kemper's decided he wanted out of the club, but has only left on loan. That means we've got no money to replace Josh Cullen and Fabrizio Diaz, who will have to do the jobs themselves. I can't believe he's gone and done that. At least we've got a semi-replacement in, but it's only Sabitzer, who isn't really up to scratch. Will we be able to get him up to Premier League scratch? The answer to that may be, or looks like it isn't, a yes. But we won the game, he just didn't get himself off the bench, because I'm trusting Josh Cullen. Will them two do it in the midfield? It's not looking good. Let's just see the group. As we've got an okay group. Jose Mourinho's Roma, Racau, and Porto, who we beat in this stage last year. Meh. I mean, we started the Premier League off great, but we haven't got great players all over the field, that is. We've got an injured Tresor who's gone down an overall. But overall, the team is okay. It's just our trio that's got to carry us. As for 2 years running, we top our Champions League group. We were semi-finalists last year, and we have Atletico Madrid, not a German club. Let's win this battle of the Metropolitano. Come on, Tresor is back. Our team is looking healthy apart from the midfield, and it's a draw. We just have to go one better than last year, as can Company. Losers. He doesn't win the Carabao Cup against his former manager. Oh, well, we've won that competition. That's not really what we care about. It's this and a penalty shootout to send us to the quarterfinals once again. Team number 1 is taken down, but after that it leaves us with Juventus. So come on, lads, how are we gonna do? They've signed Harry Kane with Dusan Vlahovic. Oh my days! but Trezor and Vargas, absolutely no match for us. Oh, Daka suspended. Daka, our striker, just put Sabitzer on there. Just get a defender as we do get through to the semi-finals at a squeeze. All worship the holy man that is Trezor. What a player he's been. But who are we going to have in the semi-final? It is Leverkusen. Okay, Bayer await. It's the finalists, if we get there, that's going to be the toughest. Bayerina first. They've got Wahi up front. We've got Daka. It is going to be some game. What a game this second leg's going to be, though. We are at Turf Moor, and Daka turfs it out with 2 goals and sends Burnley to a final. Will he be playing the ex-manager or Bayern Munich? Who knows? It will be us, and Pep Guardiola, Vincent Company, the Ball Derby. I am very much looking forward to that one. However, we've got a final against them in the FA Cup. Oh, and that doesn't go well. So, you know what happens here? We go and get revenge. We've genuinely reached the final with Diaz and Cullen in the middle. And I see Vincent Company as quite a stubborn man. He doesn't change tactics, so Leon Kemp made his decision and will miss this final. It's a big shout, just like Rodri getting left out by Guardiola. But will it pay off for Vincent? The tifo is out. It is Patson Daka who's going to show up right here at Manchester United. Hang on. I know they're rivals, but that is a quick journey. To be fair, it's a quick journey for both of us. This is a really Northern Champions League final. A battle of the North. Just a shame it's Lancashire, not Yorkshire. But hey ho, we do what we need to do. Just knock the ball around and please, I just want Cullen and Diaz in the middle just to get used to it a little bit. We didn't play Gundogan or Sabitzer as we may get a chance here. Eduardo Vargas, an early ball. Encouraging start that one as Tyreek Lamptey. We need to get a ball through there. That is a good gap, you know, and we could have a chance. This is in the middle. Diaz overstepping it. This is where we've got to watch out, though, because Man City can counter. Phil Foden against Tyreek Lamptey and Theatre. They've got it round the corner and off the crossbar. Oh, my days. Both teams getting early chances. Theatre, whoa, he's way too close to you as the man doing all the running in the middle. But hey-ho, we've got the ball. Cullen gets the ball into Eduardo Vargas. That's one more in. That's a goal, and that is in the top corner. I think that is Patson Daka, and it is the man who we signed from relegated Leicester, puts Burnley in the driver's seat. Guardiola, Mark Goldbridge, both going mental. But at Old Trafford, Burnley will be lifting a Champions League trophy. It's jubilation there for Vincent Company, who's literally grown hair. He's been in the job that long. And I'm pretty sure Guardiola won't be happy. Still, we've got to defend, and Haaland through the middle. Of course, he scores the instant equaliser. Who else would it be? Just kick off, lads. Just kick off and go again. Nothing really we can do apart from that. We need a result here, and Patson Daka. Wait for the run over the top. Is that Josh Cullen? He was almost on the end of it, and he didn't get injured, but he went down. Still, play this ball around. He's back in position. He's having a decent game. The rest of the team just needs to as well, as this is Tyreek Lamptey. Lamptey through that gap. This is Patson Daka again, going for it. Of course, we had to try it as the halftime whistle sounds. Still a stalemate here at Old Trafford. This could go a long way. No changes to be made, I don't think, from either side as we've headed a corner away right there. We just need to pass this out as well. Look at the option that we've got over the top here. Into Patson Daka. Could we take an early lead in this one? Here's our threatening man, Patson Daka! Scores in front of the Burnley fans, travelling from Turf Moor. Back in the lead. A goal for everyone to celebrate right there. Just a chip over the top. Cheeky as you like. And finished into the bottom bin. I don't mind it, lads. I don't mind it as long as they don't score straight away. Tyreek Lamptey, take a bow, mate, because that's a big bit of defensive work. And if we chip that over the top again, Daka is on the end of this one. This time, good defending. I want to win this badly, as we're skipping around them. Here's Trezor. Trezor's time to have an attack, and he's going to loop that, and he is going to score as well as Daka. 3-1 Burnley. What a strike from Mike Trezor. He's deserved it because he has been sensational in this save. Look at that. Loops over your head. Goodbye. See you later. Oh my days, no, but no, City have got a goal late on in this game. I don't know who scored it. Does it tell us at the bottom? It will. Benasser, he's there, of course, with the citizens, but we shouldn't have long to see this out. Trezor, get on the run, go straight through. They've sent the whole team up, and Trezor has another chance. It's saved, but that should be the game. I might just scum it. And go short, but screw it. We'll whip the ball into the box, and it's a good one. It's back down to Ederson, but it doesn't matter because Company's done his job. He's won the Champions League with Burnley after just surviving this first Prem season. He has took these lads from where they were in this season to the Champions League winners. Some achievement, as our goalkeeper Livkovic is even leaving his gloves on to lift the trophy. No smudges and no grudges with what Vincent has done for the Clarets. What a campaign. As if you want to see another video like this, of course, smash a like down below. Make sure to subscribe and leave your recommendations, as I'll see you in the next one as we get closer to FIFA 24.